possible scream heard at 4 a.m. from one of the neighbors. We've got a little longer body cam footage from the police. Let's get into some Idaho 4 updates. Empowering True Crime Alex here. In case you haven't heard of the Idaho 4, it's a case of 4 University of Idaho students who were stabbed to death in a residence on November 13th. As of today, there's been no suspect found, no murder weapon found so far. So here are a couple of updates on the Idaho 4 case. Fox has been crushing it on the coverage here. The main thing I wanted to show, it says here, Idaho murders nearly 4 weeks after the slayings. The neighbor reportedly recalls hearing a scream. A man who lives near the home where 4 University of Idaho students were killed last month has come forward about hearing a scream early on the morning of the attacks in the area of the crime scene, according to a local report. Inan Harsh, a local chef, told the Idaho Statesman, which is a local publication, and actually one of the locals told me to read it. I haven't been, but clearly there might be some good information that comes out in that. So Inan Harsh told the Idaho Statesman he got home around 1:30 a.m. on November 13th after working late. The home at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho was usually bustling even at that time, he told the news site, but instead there was not a lot of activity. Hours later, as he began to fall asleep around 4 a.m., he said he heard what sounded like a scream coming from the area of 1122 King Road, the Statesman reported. However, Harsh reportedly did not think much of the scream and instead associated it with a party sound rather than one of more negative value, which, is often the case. And let's see, he says here, I didn't think anything of it, Harsh told the news site. After what happened, I've definitely had second thoughts. Maybe it was not a party sound. He reportedly said he did not initially tell police about the sound, adding that, I'm not sure what good it does for them now. According to the report, Harsh previously notified police about an unfamiliar black SUV that was parked near the front of the King Road home. So it sounds like he's a pretty credible neighbor. He came home pretty late. He was still awake around the time of the murder. So he was awake. If he said he started to fall asleep around 4 a.m., so he was awake from 3 to 4 a.m. when it supposedly was happening. So it looks like he has some pretty credible information. So not sure, like he said, not sure what knowing about a scream says, but maybe can pinpoint a little better on the timeline as far as when the murders actually happened. It says Sunday will mark 1 month since the gruesome quadruple homicide, which remains unsolved with no murder weapon recovered. Now, this Fox article shares a little bit of a longer body cam video than what we've seen, and it's a little bit clearer also, because the other ones, it was really hard for me to see. All right, so let's check it out.
Oscar PD, all 3 of you. You too. How old are you guys? Taking out 21?
Yeah.
Okay. 19?
Yep.
Okay, is there a reason why you didn't stop back there?
Yeah.
We stopped talking to him, so we didn't know.
Okay, well, I yelled at you guys and then turned around because you walked up on him. I yelled at you guys and you didn't stop.
I did not hear you.
Right, well, let's walk back over here, okay? You guys have IDs on you?
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah. Where you guys live at? Okay.
Yeah, so this part you see right here, it is so much clearer than what we've had before. So much clearer.
Like some dude from the side or something. So.
Maybe back it up. I'm really glad that they gave us this footage.
First months. Yeah, like something on the side. Out there. Some dude from the side or something. Someone trying to see.
Also, this was around 2:50 a.m. So there was police in the area within minutes of when stabbings happened. Is the Idaho murders, convicted killer arrested a mile from university stabbings. Latah County Coroner Kathy Mabud is his defense attorney. That's weird. That's really strange. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Kathy, the coroner, who's supposed to be a neutral party, is a defense attorney. Police arrested an ex-con killer this week, just over a mile from the scene of an unsolved quadruple stabbing that left 4 University of Idaho students dead after they were attacked in their sleep early on a November Saturday. James Leonard, 39, of Moscow, Idaho, allegedly beat his wife and her daughter late Tuesday evening and slashed himself with a knife, according to court documents. Police said his arrest on Wednesday was not related to the November 13th home invasion murders nearby. He had previously pleaded guilty to a fatal 2007 shooting, but barely served any prison time, according to court documents. Dispatch advised an intoxicated husband punched his wife in the head and struck his daughter, according to a criminal complaint on the latest charges obtained by Fox News Digital. All right, so this guy has some anger issues. His wife told officers he had drank half a bottle of gin and became heavily intoxicated. He came inside from working on his truck and allegedly saw her on the phone and accused her of cheating on him. Which we all know, when somebody accuses somebody of cheating, it's probably because they're cheating, but I digress. He allegedly yelled at her in front of her 2 kids, ages 20 and 15, her daughter's 21-year-old boyfriend, and a 1-year-old grandchild. Then, according to the complaint, he went in his room and started cutting himself. When his wife went to check on him, cutting yourself is a big enough of a problem, but anyways, when his wife went to check on him, he allegedly attacked her with his fist and grabbed her throat. In the fracas, the older daughter, her boyfriend, and the 1-year-old went to a neighbor's house. However, at some point, Leonard also allegedly punched and kicked the 15-year-old, pulling her hair and threw her into a dresser. Police later found her hiding under a chair in another room with symptoms of a concussion. This guy's got some serious issues, and he was previously accused of killing somebody. While his wife was on the phone with 911, Leonard allegedly slashed his arm, yelled out that she had cut him and that he needed help. He was accused of stalking her around the house with a knife. Police found a trail of blood inside and asked the wife if she was ever afraid that Leonard would attack her. Oh, girl. Oh, my God. I really hope that she leaves him. I'm sorry. This was not where I wanted to take this, but I really, really, really hope that she leaves with her kids and gets help, because this is a disaster waiting to happen. And we already know that he's already been accused of killing. So, wow. And then, as Fox rightly says, bizarrely, Leonard's defense attorney is also the county coroner, who said that all 4 college students were victims of homicide by stabbing and that their wounds had likely been inflicted in their sleep. That is bizarre. Anyways, it says Latah County Coroner Kathy Mabud was elected to office in 2006, shortly before Leonard's murder. This to me sounds like a conflict of interest. If somebody's is elected to office, but they can also be, usually for criminal cases, it's the defendant against the state or the government in criminal cases. So why is she being elected also acting as a defense attorney? This is very strange. So it says here, in the morning of June 2007, Leonard shot and killed Tyler Lee outside his house in, I'm not sure how to say that, Genesee, according to an affidavit obtained by Fox News Digital. I'm the one who shot him. So that was within a mile of the quadruple homicide. So that is very, very interesting. And I really hope, for the sake of everybody, that that person stays in jail, and 2, that his wife leaves him for her own safety and the safety of her kids, because he's not going to stop from there unless he gets some serious help, unfortunately. Okay, so supposedly this is the light from the 3rd floor, and this is what was under discussion, is that you see the light just turned off. So that's the discussion point. So that's around 2:56 a.m. So at 2:56 a.m., we see 3rd floor lights on, then turn off, supposedly. And then we just heard from the other person Mr. Harsh, that he heard a scream at 4 a.m. So maybe if that pushes the timeline up a little bit, because, so let's think through this. It's 2:56. There is potentially lights off on the third floor of the residence, right? So 2:56 a.m. And then a scream heard potentially at 4 a.m., around 4 a.m. If there was police activity around 2:56, 3 a.m., it would make sense that probably somebody wouldn't be making, wouldn't be killing so many people in a residence at that time. So I almost feel like maybe the police went away, maybe it was like half an hour later that potentially the killer or killers started to head over to the house, if they indeed were targeting the people there, or the residents, or the occupants of the residence. And then maybe it was closer to the 4 o'clock range. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Couple of interesting tidbits here that could shed some light, maybe update the timeline a little bit, give us a little bit more insight into when it happened, and maybe just add a little bit more detail into the case. And let's remember always that this is about justice for the victims, and so you can send a prayer or thoughts to the deceased students as well as their loved ones. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up. And if you like my style of covering true crime, please consider subscribing to my channel. Appreciate it. All right, everyone, stay safe, stay thriving, and have an empowered week. Bye for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications. Thank you.